La saga más importante en este offseason de los Dallas Cowboys llegó a su fin la semana pasada cuando DeMarcus Lawrence por fin firmó su extensión. Tras semanas de estar en un punto muerto en las negociaciones, se reportó que ambas partes habían retomado las pláticas el viernes pasado y el mismo día se anunció el trato. El ala defensiva de 27 años consiguió un contrato de 5 años y $105 millones. Esto convierte a Lawrence en el tercer defensivo mejor pagado de la liga en promedio por año, detrás solo de Khalil Mack y Aaron Donald. Con 21 millones anuales, muchos no están de acuerdo con pagarle esta cantidad de dinero a un defensivo como de la. Es entendible, dado que nunca es fácil hacer un jugador uno de los mejores pagados en la liga. Sin embargo, DeMarcus Lawrence le pidió dinero del calibre de Von Miller y otros defensivos elite porque ha producido a ese nivel. Dallas Cowboys de DeMarcus Lawrence no solo eso, sino que realmente se ha perfilado como el mejor en su posición contra el juego terrestre. El valor que aporta al equipo logra justificar lo que se le pagará. Además, la estructura del contrato realmente ata al equipo solo por 3 años a Lawrence. Esto es una victoria para la administración de los Jones. Que sigue, Sigue Prescott. Como bien sabemos, DeMarcus Lawrence no era el único jugador que necesitaba recibir una extensión. Pero ahora que está fuera de los cuadros, Sigue Prescott es el centro de atención en Dallas. En sus primeros 3 años en la NFL, los Cowboys han ganado 2 veces el título de la NFC East. Ha demostrado ser un líder capaz de dirigir al equipo y ganar en los momentos importantes. De hecho, Prescott es el quarterback con más series ganadoras desde el 2016, cuando entró a la liga. Por si fuera poco, ningún mariscal de campo ha conseguido tantas series así en sus primeras 3 temporadas. Dallas Cowboys QB Sigue Prescott * most game-winning drives 14 since 2016 * most game-winning drives in first 3 seasons 14 of any QB since 1950 at Dallas Cowboys at Doc y no hay que confundirnos. La pregunta no es si lo van a extender o no. La pregunta es, ¿cuánto le van a pagar al quarterback de 25 años? Sabemos que la administración confía plenamente en Doc para hacer el futuro. Le van a pagar. Para darnos una idea, veamos los mejores pagados actualmente según over the cap en promedio por año. Aaron Rodgers $33.5 million, Matt Ryan $30 million, Kirk Cousins $28 million, Jimmy Garoppolo $27.5 million, Matt Stafford $27 million. Muchos ven a Doc como un jugador que merece menos de 25 millones al año, pero no es así como funciona el mercado. De mi parecer, el contrato no bajar de 25 y se acercará a los 30 al año. Mucho, quizá. Pero en esta liga, si te quieres quedar con un mariscal franquicia, tienes que pagarle bastante para evitar que llegue a la agencia libre. Y si Prescott sigue bajo contrato en 2019 pero la extensión seguramente vendrá antes. El valor por un QB sub cada año al igual que todas las posiciones y con un jugador como Patrick Mahomes en la AFC, habrá un brinco considerable el próximo offseason. Cuando Prescott firme una extensión, habrá mucha división entre los aficionados de los Dallas Cowboys. Personalmente, veo a Doc como un jugador franquicia. Por ahora, estamos contentos porque Lawrence se queda en casa. Cowboys in Spanish. Sigue Prescott defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence quarterback last night was a major one in the NBA, with 2 legends and future Hall of Famers playing in their last respective home games. Of course, the legend which means the most to Dallas area sports fans is Dallas Mavericks great Dirk Nowitzki, who gave a teary-eyed farewell to the Dallas faithful on Tuesday night, finally admitting, "It's time." It's no secret that Nowitzki has been supportive of all DFW teams while a part of the Mavs organization, and last night the Cowboys returned the favor, showing up in full force to support Nowitzki in his final game. Dallas Cowboys at tonight's Mavericks game: Jason Garrett, Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, Zach Martin, Tyron Smith, Sean Lee, Connor Williams, Joe Looney, Jeff Heath, Travis Frederick, La'el Collins, Randall Cobb, Alan Hearns, Chidobe Awuzie, Jordan Lewis, Tavon Austin. https://t.co/546b30d could be a collection of players, including Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, and Sean Lee joined head coach Jason Garrett in a luxury box to enjoy the game and show their support of the Mavs legend. Dirk Nowitzki put up 30 points and 8 rebounds in the Mavericks' 120-109 win, an excellent way for the future Hall of Famer and fan favorite to go out in front of his home fans. Entering the offseason, most considered wide receiver a major position of need for the Dallas Cowboys. Despite trading a first-round pick for Amari Cooper, and using their third-round selection in 2018 on Michael Gallup, the Cowboys remained hungry for playmakers on the outside. They went out and signed former Green Bay Packer Randall Cobb, but no one anticipates that he'll be a game-changer right off the bat. While a nice addition, the Cowboys likely still need to address the position in a different way. Even if they don't do so, however, this depth chart is now in a good place, and the re-signing of Tavon Austin helped to get them there. While not your typical wide receiver, Tavon Austin has the ability to help the Cowboys score in a variety of ways. Though not thought of as a deep threat, we saw against the New York Giants last season that Austin can use his speed to break loose if not accounted for. We also saw, in limited opportunities, Austin work as a slot receiver for Dallas before getting injured a year ago. Then, of course, there's his value as a gadget player. Austin can create issues for defenses when used in jet motion, out of the backfield as a receiver, and simply as window dressing, to confuse the defenders. Austin is also the most electrifying returner the Cowboys have had in quite some time. In theory, the idea of Tavon Austin sounds really nice to have on your offense. The problem is, no team has really been able to unleash Tavon for a full season just yet. Too often he goes down with injuries, whether minor or serious, which sideline him for extended periods of time. When healthy and available, Austin has real value to an offense which could use wrinkles in any possible way that they can find them. The question will always be, though, for just how long will Tavon Austin be available? And with the depth the Cowboys now have in their wide receiver room, one injury too many could put Tavon Austin on the roster bubble much quicker than some might expect. The biggest red flag in the Dallas Cowboys offseason is now gone. Finally, the team has signed DeMarcus Lawrence to a long-term deal after placing the franchise tag on him earlier this year. Lawrence had a breakout season in 2017 and was asked to prove he was real in 2018. He did just that. A year later, he had to break the bank, as he threatened he would do before agreeing to play under the tag last season. Per multiple reports, the Cowboys are signing Lawrence to a 5-year deal worth $105 million. It seems like both parties met in the middle as D-Law will average $21 million per year. To put it in perspective, this will make him the third highest paid defensive player in the NFL. Only Khalil Mack and Aaron Donald will be above him in this category. The Cowboys have agreed to a 5-year, $105 million deal with DeMarcus Lawrence that includes $65 million guaranteed according to a source. This is serious money we're talking about here. This is the kind of contract that really demands 10 sack seasons. Lawrence had 14.5 and 10.5 in the last couple of seasons. Now that he'll be working alongside Robert Quinn, Lawrence will probably keep this up. He has two, being the enormous extension that it is. Many fans will second-guess the decision. Is any player worth spending that much money on? Usually, the answer is no. You have to talking about someone pretty special to justify this kind of signings. But don't worry, DeMarcus Lawrence is really, really special. Lawrence wanted to be paid like Khalil Mack and Von Miller for a reason. Because he's actually produced at that level. He's probably not the best pass rusher in the league, but he's among the best. Not only that, but he might actually be the best at his position against the run. Take a look at this great graph by Cowboys Stats. Playmaking EPA is a metric that goes beyond regular stats and measures plays that reduce the opponent's chances of scoring. At John 9 Williams at Sportstream, here's a simple visualization. It breaks down Lawrence's playmaking EPA against the run and the pass, and compares him to every edge defender who was ranked higher than Lawrence at the time on the sack leaderboards. He's in the highest tier. In the above tweet, you can see how Lawrence separates himself from the rest of the edge rushers in the NFL when defending the run. When we thinking about pass rushers, we sometimes only think about how many sacks the player has. Lawrence is a very complete defender, though. His impact in the running game can't be ignored. But don't worry, if you like counting sacks, rest assured DeMarcus Lawrence had more than both Mack and Miller in the last 2 seasons. Injuries kept Lawrence off the field at the beginning of his career, but he's played 32 out of his last 32 possible regular season games and he's only 26 years old. His future is bright. Simply put, D-Law is a game-changer. Any NFL team would be extremely happy to have him on their team, but no QB in the league will be happy to see him line up across him.